Welcome back, everyone, to Revocruit's Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Bash Jimenez, and I have the honor to sit here with head coach Kyle Phifer of the Anna Coyotes. Coach Phifer, it's good to meet you here
Hey,
and have you in.
Man.
Yes, sir. When we look at your program and what you built, the motto is tough, together, today. What does that mean to you, and how does it translate, into how your team plays?
Yeah, I like listening to coaches, and all types of coaches. So I really like football, right? So PJ Fleck, I was listening to him speak one time, and he said, anytime you have a goal, right, you have to tell not only what you're trying to do, but how you're going to get there, right? So our goal in Anna is a state championship. We want to have a state championship year in and year out. How are we going to get there is how we try to define it for the kids, and that's tough together today.
How have you built an environment where winning is expected into your players?
I think the biggest thing we focus on is, everyone talks about winning. Obviously, that's a big deal, but it's the preparation for winning that we really try to emphasize on a daily basis. So the end goal is to win, right? But the preparation going into it is what I'm more adamant about. How you approach the weight room, right? How do you approach practice? Are you competitive in practice? Are you locked in? Those type of things. Are you putting in time inside or outside of practice? Are you watching film? Are you preparing in that way? So when you go into a game, have you done everything you can to prepare yourself? Now, sometimes you might not win, right? But in my opinion, if you're consistent with your preparation, eventually the wins are going to take care of themselves.
For sure. And, player development is clearly a cornerstone of your program. What specific skills or qualities do you emphasize most with your players?
I think the number one thing for us is we want to make an athlete. So the weight room is a big deal for us. The strength and conditioning aspect for us is huge. Our strength coach was with Samson at UAH, so he understands what a basketball player needs to look like, needs to do. So we're big on, number one, creating explosive athletes that can change directions and move. I think that's a big deal. Before you step on the floor, you got to be able to move, and you got to be able to play physical. Basketball is a physical sport, you know. When we look at the basketball part of it for kids, we want to be able to start and stop. We want to be able to change directions, all right? And when we want to be able to put the basketball in the goal at a high rate, right? We want to be able to get buckets, right?
For sure.
Whether it be shooting or finishing or whatever. So I think that's the part we're looking at from a skill perspective.
No doubt. How do you help players grow not just on the court? You seem like someone who's tough and together and today, right? How does that, translate mentally and emotionally to prepare them for the next level, whether it's college or professionally at a career?
I think we challenge them to, number one, take ownership of everything they do. From a mental aspect. I mean, we're trying to make everything we do competitive. All right, so we chart shooting, right? In practice we have a winner and loser in every drill. We want to see how they handle adversity. We want to see them when they play with a good team, right? We want to see them when they play with the bad team. I want to see them on their good day. I want to see them on their bad day, right? And I think learning how to handle those emotions are just something we all deal with as we continue to get older, right?
No doubt.
So we want to put them in different situations. Then from a perspective of learning the game, we're going to watch a lot of film, try to help them from that aspect, give them a lot of confidence in that so they have a better understanding of what they know how to do.
Coming off that, as you look ahead, what's the next big goals for this program, and what will it take for you guys to reach San Antonio?
I think San Antonio is the goal, right? We talked about it, and then that's the goal, and then we don't talk about it anymore. Like every day is the opportunity to get better, and that's our focus point. And I think it's very simple. Chris Beard had a interview a few years ago. I don't know if you saw it, but like what does it take after you're coming off a loss or a win? It takes the same thing, right? You show up, you put in work early, which we do, right? They're going to shoot, they're going to lift. Then they go to class. When they're in class, we expect them, we really focus on their grades, right? We talk to them about if you have over a 3.3, your opportunities to go to college, whether it be want to play basketball or not, go way, way up. Anything under a 3.3, they lose 50% of their opportunities to play college basketball. Right? So we want their grades high, right? We want them to focus in class. We want them to win in the classroom. Then at lunch, a lot of people don't talk about it. Go eat a good lunch, Eat something with green. Don't eat something off the dollar menu or some pizza, Eat something that's going to give you energy throughout the day. Then go in and practice. Have a great practice, right? Then after school, watch film or put in the time. But I think those are the days that we try to just keep stacking those type of days. And then eventually you get your goals like we're talking about.
For sure. How you do one thing's how you do everything.
Exactly.
If you could send a message to players, parents, and the community about the future of Anna basketball, what would it be?
I think it's exciting. You know, it's an exciting time to be in Anna. Saturday, we had the opportunity to play in the Gasso. Played Dallas Carter, who a lot of coaches are telling me they think is the best team, 6A and below. No matter classification, right? They have a very talented roster. We got to play them main court at 9 a.m., right? Then we played Keller right after that. Keller, who was in the regional finals 2 years ago. Yeah. 20-win team, 6A continually, right? But we had the opportunity to play these teams in the Gasso in front of a lot of people, all right? And it's just exciting. Our talent level's gone up. We have great kids. We have great parents. And I think, you know, this is a big year for us because I think we have the kids to make a run, you know? And I think if we can put it together, I think it just, like we talked about earlier, it's one of those years that I think can just continue to rise.
For sure. And capitalizing off that, the U logo, you know, player development being such a big part of your program, how do you see tools like Revocruit helping your athletes gain visibility for the next level?
I think we talk to kids all the time about they're their own product, right? And I think Revocruit just allows them the opportunity to continually work on their brand, you know, to get their brand out to more coaches. And it puts ownership on the kids for that opportunity to put their resume out to these coaches so they can see it, and a platform that allows them to connect with a lot more coaches.
No doubt. As you, in closing here, what do you want college coaches to know about the type of players that come out of Anna's system?
I think that our kids are going to be very well educated in the game of basketball. They're going to be skilled, and most importantly, they're going to be tough, you know? You got to love basketball if you play at Anna, you know? And our kids, if they're going to the next level, they've been through our program. They've done a lot, you know? So our kids are going to be ready for the next level.
No doubt. And if you could leave us with a message to those who are watching, what we're to expect for the 25-26 season out of Anna basketball, what would it be?
Man, fun and exciting. See you.
Yes, sir. You heard it here first, guys. We appreciate y'all tuning in to Revocruit's Coach's Corner. Again, I'm your host, Bash.